Hi everyone, this is Sherry from Queen City Stamper. Today I'm going to be using two stamp sets from Stampin' Up. I'm using Choose Happiness, I'm using that flower, and then I'm going to be using the Sweet Saying Sentiment set, and I'm using the Thanks for Being You. So I'm using some Strathmore 140-pound watercolor paper that I have taped down to a hardboard. And then I'm just going to lay down a little bit of color in the background, and I'm using tumbled glass distress ink. So then I'm going to dry that up, and I'm going to remove my paper from the hardboard. And I'm going to start stamping my flower. And I'm going to be using some Versamark ink to stamp the flower. Oh, I lost my train of thought. And then I'll be using some white embossing powder. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me stamp and emboss all three of those. But I am going to go ahead and set the embossing powder. And I've also stamped the flower on a piece of masking paper, so I can mask off each flower as I stamp and emboss. So after I finished that, I decided that I was going to use the leaves in the stamp set, and eventually I end up cutting those off because I didn't like them. So I actually stamped those with peeled paint, and I colored those in with the peeled paint and forest moss. I'm going to go ahead and put on some music while I paint the flowers. So yes, it was at this point that I decided I did not like the green leaves, so I just cut them off, plain and simple. So I used the edge of the embossing powder as a guide, and I went around the right side of the flowers, and then I squared it off at both the top and bottom. And as you can see here, I did add a little bit more of the tumbled glass to the left side. I do not know where the footage went for that. So I'm going to place this on a standard A2 card, 5.5 by 4.25, trimming off that upper edge. And so I've stamped the sentiment on the sheet that comes with the Stampin' Majig, so I could line it up. And I use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I'm using some clear embossing powder over that. After I did this, I was not too sure. I just thought that was really stark, that black on all of the pastels. So I got some rich raspberry cardstock, used my brother's Scan and Cut, and I cut out the word Mom 4 times, and I stacked them on each other just to get a little bit of dimension. So once I got them all lined up, I put an acrylic block on it, left it for a little bit, and now you see I'm trying to decide where I want to put it on the card. So yeah, it's going to end up going somewhere there by the yellow flower. So use my matte medium, and I'm going to put that on the back of the Mom. And then I'm going to place that on the card, and once again I'm going to put the acrylic block on it. And while that's drying, I am going to be picking out some sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. I'm using the clear sequins as well as the the Easter mix. And I put 6 on there in the beginning, but you know, the odd number thing, I decided I needed a 7th one, and I put that up on the upper right. So thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.